or a smaller hammer. Right down that, turn it 90 degrees. Same thing, now to keep it straight, we'll work on the other side. There, that's 8-sided. Now we'll take a 16. There. We've got a fairly round object now just by changing the geometric structure. Didn't that sound fancy? I've got a little bulge right there I need to work out, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. I want to try to avoid the temptation of just rolling that around and hitting on it. Make it round. Too much stress in it forms cracks. Straighten that out a little bit. Where we are on the length, 12 inches. And draw that taper out a little bit more, and then we'll start putting some design on it. see, I'm working my taper right over at the edge of the anvil. That's so that I'm not hitting the anvil so much with the hammer. The anvil is a hard surface, and so is the face of my hammer. I want them to work together, not against each other. That looks pretty good right there. So now we're going to take a heat on that end, make a small curl so it's got a round end and not a point. Then we'll put a hook on it in the opposite direction. Probably won't get to do that in one heat. I'll change the angle here so you can watch a little bit. Get the forge cam going here again. It is a nice hot fire. You see what I said a while ago about the smoke. This coke burning does not produce a lot of smoke. You'll see some smoke around the edge coming from that green coal out there turning into coke like that right there has. But the fire itself, there's not a lot of smoke. If you notice that tip is getting real hot, and I'm not really cranking on this forge a lot. It gets hot quick and cools off quick. You can burn the end of it off real quick if you don't watch. And we'll round that over. Put a little decorative and protective end on it so as to not damage little hands. Now we'll put the curl in there. One thing you can do, you can cool off that curl before you put it back in the fire, because you don't want to burn that off, and it's going to get hot a lot quicker than the rest of that does. Now cool that tip off so we don't damage it. Brush off a little bit of the mill scale and that's about right. That's about what I wanted. Now we want to come back up here and bend that over so that this comes down even with where the end of the handle ends there. So this is one tool that is awful handy. A wire brush works good, but one of these, this is actually a butcher block brush. Man, it is great for cleaning that up. See how nice that looks there. Ready to put some twist on the little decorative twist just above the handle. Now, you don't have to have a two-handled wrench like I've got here to put a twist in, but it makes it easier to get it straight. And this is a handy little tool. All it is a water bottle, and I drilled 5 holes in the lid. It's hard to get a real even heat on the whole part that you're going to twist. And if you see part of it, twisting more than the rest of it, you can take that water, kind of cool that section off. Put that in the vise. There we go. Everything in life needs a little twist. Now we'll heat that whole thing up, wire brush it so that it all looks the same. I've got this set up here with the center marked, holding it in my vise, so I can just hold that up there like that, get a tack on it. We'll weld the handle on to the head. Well, I forgot to hit the record button and missed a bunch of me finishing this, but really didn't miss a lot. I took this can of regular old Johnson's paste wax, Set it there close to the fire, got it hot to where it was in the liquid state. Used this paintbrush, heated this steel up pretty hot, not real hot, but pretty hot, and brushed that on there. Brushed a liberal coat of that wax on there. Got a nice finish that will protect it against rust. Kind of makes it all a nice dark black color. Just makes for a pretty nice finish, and after it cools off, it's not got a real waxy feel to it either.